without becoming infected.
I go to a special doctor today. Bougie or not? That's the game we're about to play, chat. Bougie or not? I'm going to a doctor today. I'm going to meet them. Okay? First off, bougie or not, I'm going to meet a doctor. I'm going to interview a doctor to be my primary care physician. Bougie or not. Okay. Now, literally going to interview them. I've never heard of, how do you guys choose your doctors? Isn't it like you look at ratings on the internet maybe, or you're just like, fuck it, any doctor will do, or hey, I went to a doctor, they didn't murder me, so that's fine, they can be my doctor. This afternoon, I go to their office and I sit down and I interview them for the privilege of being my doctor. Yo, Wino Gamer, thanks for the follow. So I have an hour-long interview to go to. Now, if I like this doctor, I will then pay this doctor money every single month for the privilege of being their patient. However, this doctor has a maximum, a cap of 200 patients. Period. That's it. By the way, what is the average? I have no idea. They see an average of 20 patients per day. Fuck. What? Really? Sounds like a lot. I think it's a lie. Current panel size range from 1,200 to 1,900 patients per physician. So this doctor, I'll be one of 200. That's it. 200 people. That's it. And with that, holy shit. Wait, what? Is this real? 2,500. A family physician would need 21.7 hours per workday to deliver recommended care to a panel of 2,500 patients. Jesus Christ. Son of a bitch. With that, I will just be literally one of 200 patients. That's it. When I called last week, I had to change my appointment. When I called last week to change my appointment, the doctor answered. The doctor answers the phone. And then they were like, oh, you want to just change something on the schedule? Let me hand you to the receptionist. Which I don't think you can call them a receptionist anymore if they're not fucking receiving. Sorry, there's no reason for me to yell there. There's literally none, and I did. So this is a general physician that you pay money to every month for the privilege of being their patient. That's bougie as fuck to begin with. Second of all, because they're a doctor, and they're very well connected in doctor circles, apparently, I will never, ever make my own appointment ever again anywhere besides that doctor's appointment. The doctor makes all my appointments for me with any specialists because apparently specialists and hospitals and all that shit have special lines just for doctors. So the doctor can call a doctor and be like, hey man, come on. This motherfucker's not going to wait for 6 months, you son of a bitch. Right? Get him in there tomorrow. Done. Yeah, it's called concierge medicine. So you basically pay a subscription fee to have access to better medical care than anybody else. Sounds pretty capitalist. It's literally pay to win doctoring. So there's that. He was very clear on the phone, like, we can't guarantee that you'll get in early. Wink, wink. But we try to make things happen. Wink, wink. Anyway, I'm going to see what that's all about. The real reason for this is I just don't know what to do at this point. I haven't had physical therapy on my knee since COVID started, so since February. Here, we shut down earlier in the state of Washington. We were the first to shut down, right? Because we had the first cases. I haven't had physical therapy on my torn ACL since February, and I only had 6 months of PT before that, and you're supposed to have a year to a year and a half of PT. So my knee fucking hurts and it's fucked up. My back hurts. I need to go see the dermatologist again. There's just a lot of shit. There's just a lot of shit that has to be done that right now I don't know how to do without waiting like 6 months. So my plan is that by doing this, I will pay for this service for a month or two to get me on track. Then I'll be the shyster who's like, you know what? I don't think I'm getting too much value out of this. I'm fucking out. So now, who's the asshole? We'll see. So, like, how expensive is this? So the expense is, it's a normal doctor visit. So everything that happens is normal. It goes through insurance like normal. All that stuff is normal. You just pay a monthly subscription fee of a couple $100 per month for the privilege of going to this specific doctor. Everything else, they take all the insurance and all that kind of stuff. That's normal. You still pay your normal co-pays, all that kind of stuff. You just pay an additional fee on top of it to go see a specific doctor that has very low numbers of patients. That's it. Does the interview really matter? Not really, but they require you to do an interview so that they can tell if it's a good fit, because it's one of these fucking, listen, I will say the care is considerably better. Okay? In that, at least what they've said is, for example, when it's flu shot season, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this. Let's see. Flu vaccine. Boom. There are many different flu viruses constantly changing. The U.S. flu vaccines reviewed and annually updated, blah, 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 blah. There are 3-component egg-based vaccines. There are 4-component egg-based vaccines. There are cell recombinant-based vaccines. There's all this shit, right? There's actually, when you go get a flu shot, it's not a flu shot. There's multiple fucking flu shots you could be getting. It's just whatever the provider is bought. So like over the phone, I was like, what do I get? He's like, oh, well, we tell you which flu shot to get. We have them all and we give you the right one for you. They also do, like, these types of medical practices are very focused on preventative medicine. So you doing an every 6-month full blood panel and nutrition test and all this other shit is like normal and just comes with it, right? You do all that shit because The whole point is to prevent you from getting sick or injured to begin with, so that you don't even have to get treated. But let's face facts. Nobody's going to do that on their own. So you just have a doctor that manages all that shit for you. Basically. Right? They just call you and be like, hey man, how's it going? Maybe we should do this test now. Right? Hey man, how's it going? That kind of thing. So it does sound like a good deal if you can afford this shitload of money. So I'm going to afford it for like 2 months. I'm giving it 2 months. I said 2 months. That's what I'm giving it. Is it bougie? Yes. Is it something everybody should have? Probably. We don't have enough doctors for it, but probably. How do you even find a doctor like this? It's literally just called concierge medicine. Where do you live? Chicago? I don't know where you live. You literally type those words into Google, and there it is. Now, I will say, these motherfuckers are insane, okay? These guys have a Seattle office, too. These guys are nuts. Don't go with these guys. You want to know the price of MD squared? First of all, it's a 1 to 50 situation, okay? How much do you think that shit costs? You're wrong. You're wrong. Guess how much this costs, and I'll tell you that you're wrong. You're wrong. Every one of you is fucking wrong. I called these people to find out their price. You're wrong. Okay? You're wrong. It's $40,000 a year. What? Excuse me? What? Now, here's the thing about a $40,000 a year doctor. Okay? These are some of the most well-connected doctors in the world, obviously. And get this, these doctors at MD whatever, they go with you to specific things. So for example, if you actually have to have like for example, when I had back surgery, that was a serious surgery where I actually almost died, kind of, right? There was a problem during the surgery where my spinal fluid leaked and all this other shit. There are problems that caused me to be gluten-free, for fuck's sake, right? Anyway, if I was having such a serious back surgery, if I had this doctor would have literally done all the research to find the best place in the world for me to go get this specific type of surgery. And then they would go with me. They would be bedside with me at the surgery to make sure that the surgeon knows absolutely everything they need to know. You don't say anything. You don't have to do anything, right? When the surgeon or the nurse or whatever is like, hey, do you have this? Like, is this in your history? All that shit. The doctor's fucking there to communicate for you. But it costs $40,000 a year for that kind of care. That's an insane amount of money. One doctor for every 50 families. It's wild. Now, my thought was, well, what if this doctor has two places to be at once? What the fuck do you do then? Apparently, these doctors have a network of doctors that if they can't show up, they can have somebody else show up that they trust, that they've communicated with and had meetings with. This is it's kind of wild. $40,000 a year, though. Ain't nobody got that kind of money. Also, how many of you have been on the airplane? In the airplane magazine, you guys know what I'm talking about. Somewhere in there's like Chicago's top 10 doctors. There's always that page. It's like, here's the top surgeons. Here's the top this. Here's the top that. Whatever the fuck. That's these guys, by the way. The network of concierge medical practices is both rare and remarkable. Every one of our distinguished physicians is the doctor's doctor, the absolute best of the best. When I called them, they gave me the example of somebody in Seattle needed to go to, I guess there's some hospital of special surgery or something like that in New York City. And these doctors arranged for the private plane that flew them from Seattle to New York City with their concierge doctor on board for the surgery. Fucking what? Okay. That's something. That's pog as fuck. But that's a bit much. Don't you think? I think that's a bit much. Yeah. Kind of wild. So this office only has 100 families because there's only 2 doctors. How many here? 2. So there's only 100 families in all of the Seattle area that get this level of holy shitness. The lens is a Rokinon 21 millimeter 1.4 f-stop. Why 50 to 1? Holy shit. What if I click this? Oh. Wait, what? Practicing medicine is a sacred calling, yet it feels personal and more hurried every day. This time where medicine was about relationships, the connection between a physician and a patient, trust forged over shared challenges and victories. Okay. Dude, think about how much money these people... How much money does this doctor make? So they're making $40,000 times 50 families. $2 million. Now, that's $2 million to start. That's the start. That's for the access. Remember, all these concierge fees are just for the access. Then you still have to pay all the medical shit that actually comes with it. Like, that's just to be able to say hello. But, I mean, what do they pay with that? Let's try to justify this. They probably, each doctor probably has their own assistant of some sort to deal with the scheduling and all this other shit. They have to buy a yacht. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I guess the office that they rent's probably a super bougie office, right? They probably have like mineral water there that came out of the fucking penis of a reindeer or something. Yeah, you know, there's just a lot of things. Do you think it's a contract kind of thing? I'm sure it is. They have to buy water ionizers. Fucking lol. Let me just see. That's just concierge. It's actually probably gone up since then because this was in 2017. This has got to be some like absolute bullshit. Ultra elite medical care. In my old waiting room in Seattle, the CEO of a company might be sitting next to a custodian from that company. He's saying this like that's wrong. Do you notice that? This fucking dude is saying this sentence like that's a wrong thing. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. In my old waiting room in Seattle, the CEO of a company might be sitting next to a custodian from that company. While I admired that egalitarian aspect of medicine, it started to appear somewhat odd. Why would people who have all their other affairs in order, legal, financial, groundskeepers, settle for a 15-minute slot? Okay. Is this did this dude actually say this? Yo, honestly though, the people that probably pay $40,000 a year for this shit probably feel the same way. Like, oh, I shouldn't have to sit next to my gardener. They probably actually feel that way. Fucking rich cunts. You know what I'm saying? I bet I can't read this. Oh, I can't. Nice. When John Battel's teenage son broke his leg at a soccer game, his first parents was 911. The second was to his doctor, the concierge doctor who treats him. They're taking him to a local hospital, Mr. Battel's wife, Michelle, told the doctor as the boy rode in an ambulance to a nearby emergency room. No, they're not, says their doctor. What? You don't want that leg set by an ER doctor at the local medical center. You want it set by the head of orthopedics at a hospital in the city. Within minutes, the ambulance was on the Golden Gate Bridge bound for California Pacific Medical Center, one of San Francisco's top hospitals. The doctor was there to meet them when they arrived, and the boy was seen immediately by an orthopedist with decades of experience. I mean, $40,000 a year, I guess that's what you're getting. So I guess this is a prime example. Someone broke their leg. They were going to the doctor or the ER. The doctor said, go fuck yourself. I'm going to call the head of orthopedics and we're going to get it set by that motherfucker. Why can't the concierge doctor do it? Isn't he the best of the best? No. I don't trust general physicians to do anything. Here's what general physicians are good at. They're good at knowing what specialists to see. That's what they're good at. Right? They're good at knowing, oh, you should see a dermatologist. They're good at writing referrals. For Mr. Battel, a veteran media entrepreneur, the experience convinced him that the annual fee he pays to have Dr. Shalane on call is worth it. I feel bad that I have means to jump the line, he said. But when you have kids, you jump the line. You just do. If you have the money, why would you not spend it for that? Okay, so he's like, oh my God, I'm being interviewed by the New York Times. I have to look like a normal human being. Quick, put the alien back inside. Oh, I feel badly. I still do it, but I feel badly. Whoa! That was the low end. I'll bet it's $40,000 individual, $80,000 per family of 4. I'll bet that's what it is. Holy fuck. Which is the one? This is the dude right here. This is the dude that was like, hey, nuh-uh. Your ambulance is going where I say it's going, you son of a bitch. Let's see. It's more like a family office for medicine. What? Only in this case, they are managing health on behalf of clients. A successful internist at New York or San Francisco might earn $200,000 to $300,000 per year. Private medical is $500,000 or $700,000. Ooh, Jesus Christ. No more than 50 families per doctor eliminates the rush questions and assembly line pace of even the best primary care practices. House calls Private medical will locate the top specialists nationally, secure appointments with them, and immediately accompany. See, yes, see, exactly. On the opposite coast. Seattle. Waiting longer to see a doctor. What is this? 2017. Average number of days to get a non-emergency doctor's appointment in 2009 versus this year among 5 specialties: cardiology, dermatology, orthopedic surgery, gynecology, or family medicine. 30 days. That is wrong. I waited so much longer. What? So my dermatology appointment, I waited 5 months. And then I lied to speed it up. So I waited 5 months. At the end of 5 months, I actually had a video chat because it was during COVID. I had a video chat with a dermatologist, so that was cool. And we did video medicine, and he just prescribed shit over video, which I thought was interesting. Then I got a cyst like right here, and I called the dermatologist. They were like, okay, well, he can see you in a couple of months. And I was like, what? And then on the phone, I made the snap decision. I was like, oh, it's infected. Yeah, it's infected. It's infected. And they were like, okay, he can see you in 2 weeks. And I was like, 2 weeks, motherfucker? What? This bitch is infected. And then I convinced myself it was infected. I was like, touch it more. Make it infected. Make it fucking infected so I get to see something. Make it infected. It was still 2 weeks. And then ignore this. I had orthopedic surgery. I had my torn ACL. I still had to wait 6 weeks to have torn ACL surgery. I think part of that was actually also because they want you to have, like, they want all the swelling and everything to go away before they get in there. So I think there's a required month wait anyway for that. But still. Back surgery took me about a month to get. Okay, actually these times seem... my experience is longer than this, is what I'm trying to say. MD squared and elite practice charges couples $25,000 a year. Oh, here we go. 29 days on average, up from 19 days. For some specialties, 32-day wait to see the dermatologist. Dude, I'm telling you right now, here in Seattle, it's 6 months. Fuck off. This is a random ass picture. Literally, what? Wait, what the? Why is there lamb in a hospital? The fuck? Virginia and John Koch having lunch in her room at Lenox Hill Hospital in Manhattan, which recently hired a veteran of Louis Vuitton to create an atmosphere that would remind patients of visiting a luxury hotel. The couple's lunch included French rack of lamb encrusted with fresh herbs. The fuck it did. This is for the person that is not on the bed. Look at her. She's the one actually doing some shit, and she's got boring ass asparagus, rice, and whatever the fuck that boring ass thing is. Took you 4 months? Yeah, for real, man. It sucks. It sucks. We can get you in. Hello, big picture. As with the ever more rarefied tiers of frequent flyer programs, I'm able to give time and energy each patient deserves. I wish I could offer this to everyone in my old practice, but it just wasn't feasible. I mean, I guess for the doctors, it also makes sense, right? They have much fewer patients. They can really focus on the thing they love. Money? and taking care of very specific people, right? They know those people. C920 detected. Truth. Why are there fruits and vegetables here? They're not vegetables. There is an avocado. What the fuck? Why is there an avocado there? Who's picking up an avocado in a waiting room? So in addition to providing immediate access to specialists, concierge doctors also come in handy when otherwise healthy, powerful people find themselves flummoxed by a healthcare system that is opaque to outsiders. If you need to go to Mass General, we can get you in. We are connected. I don't know if I can get you in front of the line, but I can make it smoother. Doctors like to help doctors. Yeah. These physicians are quick to admit they struggle with the ethical issues of providing elite treatment for a wealthy few, even as tens of millions of Americans struggle to afford basic care. I mean, they don't struggle that much when they're in their big fucking house. Yeah. Here's one. It's $370 a month, a fraction of what newer entrants in the area of like MD Squared and private medical do. It's price of the average person in the zip code can afford it. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to a place that's more like, I'm not going to a fucking, are you fucking kidding me right now? We'll see. I might find that this whole thing is just not worth it, like, at all. Private rooms in Lenox Hills maternity ward. Wait, you pay for a specific room? The Park Avenue suite costs $2,400 per night, twice what a deluxe suite at the hotel down the street commands, but it's not a problem for well-heeled new parents. Beyonce and Jay-Z welcomed their baby Blue Ivy into the world at Lenox Hill, as did Chelsea Clinton. The fuck? Wait, what? You pick what room you want to have your child in? Is this normal? I thought you just went to the hospital and they shoved you in a fucking room. Wait, what? I love my time spending less than 15 to 20 minutes a year with each patient isn't enough. Okay. Yeah, my interview today is an hour. I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about for an hour. Honestly, what the fuck are we talking about for an hour? Chat. Mm-hmm. Chat, what questions do I ask this doctor, honestly? What questions do I ask this doctor? Can I make this appointment 15 minutes? What questions do you ask? Here we go. What questions do you ask a new doctor? Okay. What are the doctor's medical qualifications and experience? Hello, sir. What is your qualifications for sitting in this room today? Which accredited hospitals does the doctors use? Actually, that is a question I've already asked. I already know the answer to that. What is the physician-patient communication style? Can I communicate with my physician through an online patient portal? Fuck that. I want to call. What if care is needed on a short notice or after hours? Okay. Oh, wait. Here we go. Is the doctor taking new patients? Is the doctor preferred provider under my insurance plan? Does the doctor accept Medicare? The fuck do I know? Can I go on your yacht? Hey, I'm not paying them. This interview is free. I have not given them any sort of billing information. I haven't given them shit. They know my name. That's it. Is the age, sex, race, or religion of the doctor important to me? Will language be an obstacle? Do I prefer a group practice or an individual doctor? What does that mean? Does it matter which hospital the doctor admits patients to? What? Does the doctor ever make house calls? The fuck? National Institute on Aging? National Institute on Aging? What? That's a thing? Am I getting old? Yeah, no. What my plan is, here's my plan. On my phone, I have a list of every tiny little problem I've ever had.
Nemobler X6, your old AF Sev.
Somewhere. Where the fuck is my list? And what I plan on doing is just going down the list, point by point by point by point, and being like, what's your solution, sir? Or ma'am. I can't remember. I think it's sir. Health issues. Okay, I have a lot of health issues, apparently. I mean, when you see it like all put out in a list like this, you're like, holy fuck! This dude, how are you not dead? But it's not like it's that bad. Right ACL tear. Astigmatism of the right eye. What the? I have been to ornithologists, an ophthalmologist, ornithologist. What the fuck am I, a bird? Caw. I went to an ophthalmologist a few years ago, and that was interesting. It's, ophthalmology, it's similar to optometry, but I feel like, does anybody feel like when you just go to a regular optometrist, that person is just a complete shyster? Has anybody had that feeling before where it's like, this dude's a fucking used car salesman? Their goal is to get me to buy a pair of glasses that are out there on the fucking wall. Anybody feel that way about optometrists? So I went to an ophthalmologist who doesn't have a store. That's what I did. I decided, okay, I'm not going to go to an optometrist, which is like, from what I understand, optometrists are the chiropractors of eyeballs. I'm just talking shit here all day today. Right? However, ophthalmologists are like scientists that study your fucking eye. So I went to an ophthalmologist, which was another 6-month fucking wait. I went to an ophthalmologist who doesn't sell shit. There's no glasses for sale. And what he told me a few years ago is like, hey man, listen. All right, your left eye, beautiful, perfect, better than 20/20 vision. Your right eye, a little bit of astigmatism. You're probably seeing some blurry shits. And my answer to that is, yeah, I'm seeing some blurry shits. And he's like, you know what though? If I were to tell you to get glasses or contacts or whatever it is right now, I can tell you your vision will deteriorate faster. So here's my recommendation. My recommendation is every 2 years you come back, we'll just look it over. And when you get to the point where, or if you get to the point where your astigmatism could cause actual danger, like driving or something, we'll deal with it then. We'll figure out the process then. And I was like, thank you, sir. And then the next year, I went to a regular optometrist that was like, buy my glasses, buy my glasses, buy my glasses. And then I was like, go fuck yourself. I went back to the ophthalmologist the next year, so 2 years later, and he was like, literally nothing's changed. Don't do anything. I was like, thank you for proving everything. So that's why I didn't get glasses. That's why I don't wear. So I don't know if you guys remember, I wore glasses for like a year of my life. I wore glasses. This was before the ophthalmologist. Where it was some fucking shyster who was like, oh yeah, you got to see perfect right now. I'm okay with not seeing perfect if it means I don't have like macular degeneration or whatever the fuck goes on. Anyway. Does any of this make any sense to anybody out there? I like my optometrist now. It's got to be one of these hit and miss kind of things, right? It's got to be one of these hit and miss. Especially like the optometrists that are like, hi, we're going to check your eyes in 5 minutes. It's like, motherfucker said, what? The ophthalmologist spent 30 to 45 minutes on my eyes. Like, so long. Doing every fucking test in the book. I haven't seen a doctor in years. I'm just fat. I feel you, man. Well, I don't feel the first part, but I feel the second. Yo, the asparagus guy. Thanks for saying, hey, what's going on? How you doing? I see that Prime badge next to your name, and I'm wondering why you're not using it in here. That's all I'm saying. Boy, did we get off topic. Holy shit, dudes. Did you guys like the UHC yesterday? Me hosting it? I fucking can't stand people that don't understand like sarcasm. But, you know, I did my best. I did the memes as long as I could. And then it just went downhill when Josh decided to mute the fucking beeps. Okay, we made it through 44 seconds of the news. And then we made it 0 seconds of talking about the VOD situation and coding something up. So far, so good. I saw a doctor who told me I had to get a new kidney. What? Is that real? My wife has thyroid issues, but to traditional diagnosis, she's fine. Easy to see who checks things out and who just looks at a test and goes, nope. I have a small mass on my inside here somewhere. And every year they just check it and be like, you're fine. So we'll see. I did find the Lego geode. I did.